Hi, I'm Janis from JBMTHINKS Sports Parenting, coach's wife for 28 years and sports mom for 21. Yesterday, my husband and I went kayaking, and we've done this several times, and we always rent the double kayak where we are both in the same one, and we have to really work together to get to our destination. And in a kayak, the person who is the steer person, the person that's supposed to steer the kayak, sits in the back. And so that's always been my husband because he thinks he can do a better job at it than I can, and he probably does. So yesterday we were kayaking, and as we were going down the lazy bayou or whatever off Sanibel Island here in Fort Myers, it occurred to me that really he was the one that was leading the kayak, but he was leading from behind. Just because I sat up front didn't mean that I was the leader. And I started thinking about, what does it mean? You know, he's kind of been that kind of a guy that leads from behind. And what does that actually look like? And I started thinking that this is a trait that I think we need to encourage our kids more to do. And that is to lead from behind. And what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, first of all, leading from behind means that you always put your team in front of you. Your team is the most important thing. And you know, if you can help your child understand that their team is more important than them as an individual when it comes to playing sports. Another thing that leading from behind means is that you let your example and your hard work be the thing that really sets you apart as a leader. For instance, my husband, when he was leading from behind in the kayak, he was working hard back there, steering it, trying to get us out of trouble spots and keeping us going in the right direction. He was working hard, and I think that his model and his example of hard work sets him apart as a leader in other areas of his life as well. And I think if our kids realize that when they are a role model, when they exemplify positive virtues on the court and on the field and with their teammates, that kind of role model and leadership will set them apart. That's another way of leading from behind, meaning you don't have to, be the loud voice. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a vocal leader. I'm just saying that a vocal leader without any of the ability to lead from behind, to set the example and to show by their hard work that they are a leader, a vocal person without that is just noise. So encourage your kids. If they're vocal, great. If not, they can still be leaders from behind. And the third area I think that leading from behind means is to be a leader that doesn't have to be in the front all the time, that doesn't have to be in the forefront, that doesn't have to get the glory, that doesn't have to get their name in the paper, that doesn't have to score the most points, doesn't have to make the fantastic goals or catches or whatever. That is not a true leader. A true leader always lets others be, in the forefront and puts others in front of them if they are open. If they're not, then they'll take the shot. I think of the women's soccer team, and they're exemplifying so well the ability to pass the ball to the other player who had the open shot. And it was not about me. It was about, making it good for their teammates and not having to be in the forefront. I mean, look at Abby Wambach. She hardly played at all in that final game, but she was always, it was about her team, and she didn't have to be starting to be happy that they had a win. So these are the three areas that I think if we can encourage our kids to be leaders from behind, that they will exemplify a kind of a leadership that will set them apart and that will truly be a positive influence on the kids that they play with every week and every day. So be part of the positive sports parenting tribe and have a great week.